Welcome back to the Roundball Mining Company, Denver Nuggets film room. Today we're going to take a look at Al Harrington, the Nuggets' big free agent signing from the summer of 2010. We're going to break this down into two sessions. First of all, today we're going to look at his offensive repertoire, and we're going to follow that up with his defense coming soon. So today we're focusing on offense, and so let's take a look at some clips. When you think of Al Harrington, you think of offense, and in this game, if you remember, Al Harrington scored 43 points on the Denver Nuggets last year. His primary weapon is his ability to step out and shoot the three-pointer. Here you're going to see he's being guarded by Carmelo Anthony. Melo's going to step in and help on the roll, which leaves Harrington open to catch and shoot, and he hits the three. Once again, on this set, you're going to see Harrington catches, faces, and shoots, makes the three-pointer. And once again, on this set, he's actually running towards the sideline, catches, squares up, and hits a three-pointer, which is very important to be able to score his shoulders, and he does that very well. In addition to his ability to catch and shoot, he can also hit the step-back three, which is a very difficult shot. And here you see he's being guarded by Kenyon Martin, a very good perimeter defender, and he hits that shot easy with the shot clock running down, and that's a dimension that's going to help the Nuggets this season. The bad news is Harrington really likes to shoot the three, and you're going to see in this clip he takes a really bad three-pointer with plenty of time in the shot clock in a close game. The Nuggets struggle with falling in love with the jump shot, and I'm afraid that's one area Harrington can actually exacerbate their problems. In this next clip, we're going to see Harrington take advantage of a smaller defender. Aaron Aflalo is caught guarding him on a switch, and when he backs him in, the Nuggets triple team, and Harrington makes a decent pass out, which leads to an open shot. Then Harrington is able to outmuscle Aflalo, not settling for being blocked out. Gets the offensive rebound and the tip in. So that's what you like to see out of your big man, is not settling when he has a smaller man on him. Next, in transition, Harrington hustles up the floor and is able to force a mismatch with Chauncey Billups on him, gets the entry pass, turns, and lays the ball in. First of all, I like to see him hustling up the floor and getting position in the early offense, and secondly, once again, he finishes against a smaller defender. Moving without the ball is one of the most important skills to have as an offensive player, and in these next couple of clips you're going to see Harrington make very effective cuts. Here he cuts to the basket. He doesn't get the pass, but he is able to set up the block, and he's able to turn and shoot over a smaller defender in J.R. Smith. Once again, in the next clip you're going to see him cut from the top of the lane down to the basket and is rewarded with a dunk. And with the Nuggets having a lot of open space, with Carmelo getting double-teamed, triple-teamed a lot, having someone who's able to cut and finish will be very important for them. The Nuggets run quite a bit of pick and roll. In these next couple of sets, we're going to see Harrington is setting screens, and he doesn't set great screens, but he does roll to the rim very well, gets all the way down to the basket, and that is something that the Nuggets bigs don't always do. They tend to float around a lot. Once again, here you're going to see Harrington doesn't kind of brushes the screen, but he rolls directly to the rim, and that is something that the Nuggets can use as a big man who's willing to dive to the rim on pick and rolls. Kenyon Martin and Nene both do a good job of defending on the perimeters. They're big men that are able to move their feet pretty well. In these next few clips, you're going to see Al Harrington just repeatedly getting to the basket on both of them, using his right hand to drive by them. In the first clip, he was able to get to the middle on Nene. He failed to finish, but on the next couple, he's driving by Kenyon Martin. And we've seen how the Nuggets value Kenyon Martin's perimeter defense, and Al Harrington's able to get to the basket almost at will against him. And that's a very, very important ability that Harrington adds to this team from the power forward spot. In this final clip, you're going to see him get by Nene, even though he uses terrible footwork, and that's a testament to his quickness advantage that he does have on other centers if he does move into that position on the floor for the Nuggets. Now, in each one of those situations, Harrington made a very aggressive move to the basket and was able to get to the rim. In this clip, you're going to see he's trying to pass the ball off, but the play isn't setting up the way he wants it to, and he's forced to try to make a less aggressive move, and he turns the ball over. I think you're going to want to see Harrington driving direct to the rim and not having to try to be fancy with the dribble, and that's when he's going to get in trouble. Almost every basketball player, whether he be at the NBA level or the rec center level, can drive with their strong hand, and Al Harrington impressed with his ability to use his offhand to get in the lane. In this first clip, we see he's able to draw the foul. Second, here he drives by Kenyon and attempts a finish at the rim with his left hand, and he does not complete the shot, but it is good to see him using his left hand to attempt to finish a shot in the lane. And next we see he drives baseline on Nene with his left, is able to get to the basket and makes a nice little pass off at the rim, and then hangs in there for the offensive rebound. And finally we see him drive left around Nene again, and he's able to finish at the rim this time with his right hand. But I was very impressed with his ability to drive both with his strong and weak hands. The weakest aspect of Harrington's offensive game is his passing ability, but here you're able to see that he's at least an adequate passer. Here he goes to shoot a step back shot and spies a cutter and is able to pass off for an open shot. We see the clip from before we just watched where he drives and is able to dish off to a cutting player for a good opportunity at the rim. And then there's also a play we saw earlier where he is triple teamed and is able to pass out of that with a diagonal pass, which is an effective way to pass out of a double or triple team. There's two final clips that caught my eye from this game, and first of all, we're going to see with the Knicks down late in the game, they run a play for Harrington, and he delivers, and he makes a very tough shot and gets fouled and converts the free throw, and that's something that every team can always use another player who can deliver in the clutch when they need him to. And secondly, here's a play where Kenyon Martin fouls out because Al Harrington grabs his arms and pulls him down. It's not a dirty play, but it's kind of an underhanded play, and we don't really like to see that. But on the other hand, it's an effective play, and the Nuggets could use a smart veteran player like that who's able to make a difference at the end of games. Now, there's a flip side to that where Al Harrington has made some boneheaded plays over the year coming down in the end of games, and I've read a couple examples of that where one time he dunked and slapped the backboard, drawing a technical foul in overtime, and basically cost the Knicks the game. And that's not something that we hope he brings to Denver, but at this point, you're probably going to have to take the good with the bad with Al Harrington, and there's a lot of good to be seen here as an offensive player. There's no doubt Al Harrington is a very gifted offensive player, and while we did use an example where he exploded offensively on the Denver Nuggets last season, you can see his skill set and the things that he brings to the table as an offensive player. His shooting ability, his ability to drive, the way he moves without the ball, and his aggressiveness and going to the basket on the pick and roll all put pressure on the defense and will definitely make the Nuggets a more dangerous offensive team. Thank you very much for tuning into this session of the Roundball Mining Company Denver Nuggets Film Room. Keep your eyes open for session 2 of this, where we take a look at what Al Harrington brings to the table on defense and ways he will help and hurt the Denver Nuggets there. And I encourage you to check out our blog at roundballminingcompany.com, a member of the ESPN True Hoop Network.